there, Sagittarius. Welcome. Thanks for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for mid-month October for the sign of Sagittarius. And this is a general love reading, and that means that it can apply to any kind of relationship, situation, or circumstance that you might be dealing with. Basically, if you can think of it, it might be relevant in this reading. I also want to remind my viewers to be flexible with the energy. Don't be overly concerned about the gender of the cards. You can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the reading. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with instead. Parts of the reading may resonate while other parts may not. So take what does and leave behind the rest. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope you get something out of it. I hope it's helpful to you in some way, shape, or form. If you're a brand new viewer, welcome and thanks for joining me today. You can find more specific information in the description box below. And returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back and watching more of my videos. I really appreciate your support. So here we go, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and get started and see what's in the cards for Sagittarius. We're going to start off with the Nine of Swords paired with Temperance. The Star in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So we have a Queen of Pentacles on the table. I want to remind you, Sagittarius, this can be you or somebody that you're dealing with. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of a maternal energy. This is somebody who's very compassionate and loyal and loving. This is somebody who puts others first. She's also a very reliable individual, someone who can work really hard. She can hold down a full-time job, come home and make dinner and take care of the family, and she can do it all. This person is maintaining some positive energy despite some disappointment or loss. She feels like she's got something difficult on her mind, but maintaining nonetheless. So in other words, this is somebody who might have gone through some kind of hardship, grief, but it's the type of person who will kind of keep it all together anyway, and deal with the grief internally to avoid others from kind of seeing it or noticing it or being aware of it. I don't think she's harming herself. Like, sometimes if you keep things to yourself, it can cause resentment to fester, or you can, increase the difficulty of getting out of that kind of energy if you keep it to yourself, that kind of thing. But I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is doing okay despite what's going on in her head. And she could be relying on prayer. She could be an intuitive individual who, believes in the greater good, and so her faith could be keeping her balanced. Knowing she's going to heal with time and she'll get past these hard times. She knows she's going to be okay, in other words, even though she's dealing with some grief. She'll eventually get back up on her feet. Things will be back to normal. Back to as they should be. So let's get some more cards on the table, see what else we get for Sagittarius. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom. I don't normally take that card, but she's there. Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Queen. King of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. Queen of Cups. The Nine of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Moon in reverse. So this King of Pentacles is the person that this Queen has on her mind. There may have been an ending here. Feels like it's something that this person or these people have dealt with in the past. It could be why she is handling this the way she is handling it, because this is some heartache, some grief, some trouble that she is familiar with. So it feels like it's almost like, okay, yeah, we're dealing with this again. It's hard, but I know how to work through this energy because I've done it before. There could be an ending between these two. This could be an intimate connection, but it could also be any other type of relationship. Could be family, but these two are probably pretty close to each other. It feels like a relationship that is very familiar, maybe has lasted the test of time. So I get the feeling that I'm going to get some more cards out here. I'm getting ready to make a big declaration regarding this King of Pentacles. And I want to be sure before I say what I think I'm seeing in the cards. So let's get this third set out, see what else we see. So there's the Moon again, this time in the upright position. The Six of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse again. She was in reverse in this deck too, but I don't take that card. That is really interesting. I almost always will take a little peek at these cards because I know the story keeps going, but there's only so many cards I could put out on the table. So that's interesting that that one was on the bottom. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. There's that broken relationship. Ten of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Four of Cups again. Okay. Here we go. Here's the story, Sagittarius. So we have a King and Queen of Pentacles on the table. There is a disruption within this relationship. This feels like it could be, again, a romantic connection with the Two of Cups coming out here. It felt that way at the beginning, but it could be any kind of relationship. So I don't want to narrow it down to just an intimate connection, but that's what it feels like to me. There's some love lost here. There's some heartache here. There's some kind of trouble in paradise, so to speak. This is definitely something that's occurred in the past. I think that this King of Pentacles is probably responsible for the grief. In other words, some kind of decision that he made or some kind of action he took, and it's something that's happened in the past. So this is familiar to this Queen of Pentacles. Almost to the point like where she's thinking to herself, okay, here we go again. Here we go again. We're doing this again. But she's standing her ground. She is maintaining her composure. She is living her day-to-day, doing her best to be her best in a situation that feels very difficult. There could be a lack of willingness to commit, or some kind of emotional issue going on with this King of Pentacles. And again, it feels like it's something that these two have dealt with in the past. Maybe they thought it was said and done, but it's coming back. This could be something where this person's dealing with an addiction, for example. It feels like a repeated issue that's causing grief within the relationship. It's happened before. There's definitely a sense of frustration or not knowing, how do we stop this cycle? How do we stop repeating the past? It could be that you've got to acknowledge the past and learn from the past in order to stop it from coming back and haunting you more. Because I do believe there's the sense of, with the Four of Cups coming out here twice, I'm just going to ignore this. This happens all the time. I'm starting to get used to this. Just something I've got to deal with. I feel like that energy is coming off both this King and Queen of Pentacles. Now, this Queen of Pentacles has love for this King. So again, I do feel like it's an intimate connection. I think others are aware of what's going on within this connection. And I think it's possible that others are concerned over the fact that this Queen is still as loyal and compassionate and loving toward this King as she is. In other words, she's not going anywhere. And I think that others are seeing what's going on within this connection, this relationship, and maybe questioning why. Why is she sticking around for more of this? Because I do feel whatever's going on, whatever heartbreak is going on, is largely resting on the shoulders of this King of Pentacles, although he may not be willing to accept responsibility for what's occurring within this relationship. Now, I say he and she because, of course, it's a king and a queen. But regardless of your own gender, you can embody either one of these energies. So if you're a female and you feel more like you're embodying this King of Pentacles energy, then that certainly can be the case, and vice versa for male viewers if you feel like you're this Queen of Pentacles. So just keep that in mind. There's this feeling that this Queen is while she is tightly connected to and loyal to this King of Pentacles, there's also this very independent energy about her. And when I say that, I mean, because this is a repeated event in this pair's history, she has gotten used to dealing with this situation on her own. In other words, I don't think that she troubles other people, or she sits down on the couch with her mom and she says, I'm doing this again, I need your help, or can you loan me some money to pay the bills because so-and-so is not, cooperating, whatever the case may be. I don't get the sense that she is in need of help or support, and it's because this is a familiar event for her. But there is some indication in this set of cards that it's because of that, because of her very independent nature regarding the situation and working through it on her own, that perhaps she's ignoring what really needs to be done in order to move towards some kind of resolution, rather than just expecting to repeat this kind of event over and over and over without any progress or improvement or resolution, whatever that looks like for this King and Queen of Pentacles. So let's get this next round of cards out and see what else we get for Sagittarius. Five of Wands in reverse. Three of Swords came out. The World in reverse. Two of Swords, Page of Swords, High Priestess in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the Three of Swords came out twice here, and I did feel that this could potentially be a third-party situation in the beginning. I feel like that's probably the case. Now, I want to go ahead and remind all of my viewers that third-party can mean a number of different things, ranging from something petty to something major. Just like anything else, when you read tarot, you've got to consider the spectrum of the possibilities with regard to the meaning of the cards. So a third-party situation could be the influence of another person in somebody's life where it affects another relationship, one in which that third party is not a part of. So it could be, for example, a nosy mother-in-law, a neighbor, could be a colleague or coworker that asks too many questions or gives unsolicited advice. That can be a third party. Now, of course, third parties can also indicate somebody who's cheating with a third party, infidelity, and that kind of thing as well. So that's the other end of the spectrum. But there is a third party component to this reading, so be aware of that, Sagittarius. This is a repeated event. This Queen of Pentacles is dealing with it, or some people might say she's putting up with it. There's some question as to why she's putting up with it. This king has an air of being non-committal. There's something about this person's persona where that is kind of known about this person. This person's non-committal. This could be someone who's just unwilling to be tied down, someone who doesn't invest well in emotional connections or is unable to, maybe because of past conflicts that they haven't resolved. But this person is unwilling to completely commit or remain loyal in this situation. That could be what's occurring here. So again, this person could be a flighty individual, this King of Pentacles, where he just doesn't stay put for very long. Maybe, you know, he comes to visit this Queen of Pentacles and they make a nice connection, and then he's off to, you know, another country or whatever, or he's visiting somebody else. But he's got this very kind of flighty energy about him, like he's just non-committal. I get the sense that this Queen of Pentacles has a very tolerant energy about her, almost to a point where it is detrimental to her. I think that she could definitely see some resolution and end this vicious cycle that she's dealing with related to this King of Pentacles if she wasn't as tolerant as she is. She's very forgiving. She's embodying this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy almost to a fault, because she's ignoring the issue at hand. And I do believe also it could be holding her back in other ways in her life. And I think she's ignoring that. Okay, let's get this last round out for Sagittarius, see what else we get. We have the Hermit in reverse. There's the Queen of Pentacles again. She was in every single deck. She's in the upright again. Remember, she was in reverse in the last two decks. So I think this Queen of Pentacles is starting, she's at her tipping point. She's experienced this so frequently, she's getting to the point where she's like, why do I continue doing this? Why am I still doing this? Why am I allowing this to continue to happen? She is questioning this. Good for her. I think she needs to. We have the six of Pentacles up here, and then it's in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. So the cards on the bottom of the deck have been significant. Ten of Cups, which is out here also. And then we got the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think this Queen of Pentacles is questioning why she continues to do this. We have the Four of Wands. It could be that these two have a solid foundation together, a home together. They've built and established this connection. So this person, this Queen of Pentacles, may be resistant to giving that up. Giving up what's comfortable, what she's used to, what she's become accustomed to, that kind of thing. The Moon for the third time. Three of Pentacles. Page of Wands in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so just a few little extra tidbits of information, and then we're going to go ahead and grab a Dreams of Gaia tarot card. I do feel like this potentially could be a working relationship, so these two could be working on something together, creating something together, building something together, but there is a sense of collaboration. However, this King of Pentacles feels like he's in and out of the picture. He's here and then he's gone, he's here and then he's gone. And he is just fine with the way things are at this point in time. He's happy that no questions are asked. He's happy that this Queen of Pentacles seems to be content and just accepting this pattern of behavior that seems to be occurring. But she's at the end of her rope. There is a sense of frustration. She's been dealing with this for a long time. She's done her fair share. She's been loyal and compassionate and understanding for a very long time, and the scales are starting to tip. She's starting to get, if she isn't already, extremely frustrated. There could be some insecurity settling in. She could be questioning herself. She could be trying to figure out, why am I still doing this? Maybe at some point she thought things would change with time, and they're not. I definitely think that this person has love for this king. So it could be she's holding out for a more permanent relationship or connection or something that will feel better with time. But the cards are indicating that's probably not going to happen. I don't think there is this sense of commitment on the table here. I don't think that's the intention of this King of Pentacles. He's content with how things are. It could be, again, like I said, he could be one of these fly by the seat of my pants type of people who he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He rolls into town, he hits this Queen of Pentacles up for a place to sleep. They have an ongoing friendship and or relationship, intimate or otherwise. She's come to expect this kind of behavior from this King of Pentacles. It's normal, it's familiar, but she's getting tired of it. And I think there's other people, not that other people need to even worry about her relationships. I'm not indicating that at all, but there is indication in the cards with the Six of Wands, Ten of Cups out here, that other people are aware of the situation. They see what's going on. They might also be questioning, why is this Queen of Pentacles putting up with this behavior? Why is she hanging on? What's in it for her? So we're going to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for you, Sagittarius, and then we're going to wrap this reading up. And while I'm shuffling here, I'm going to see if I can't get anything else out of the cards. In this set of outcome cards too, there is indication here that if things are brought out in the open, if some light is shed on the issue, if this queen speaks her mind, she might be able to get out of this cycle that's repeating for her with regard to this King of Pentacles. But she's got to acknowledge it as something that's significant enough. She has to want it. She has to want some answers. She needs to want the commitment. She needs to want the resolution. Because otherwise she's just going to replay the same old game. Two of Cups in reverse. Heaven and Earth. So we had an 11 card come out for Scorpio. These are the balance cards. They would be the pages in the regular traditional Rider-Waite deck. But the 11 cards in this deck are about balance. And I pulled an 11 card yesterday. I pulled one today for Scorpio. And now I pulled one for you guys. And it's the Heaven and Earth 11 card. So the 11 of Earth, or it would be the Page of Pentacles, which didn't come out in your reading. But again, it's not the same type of card. So I'm going to display this in the upright. It did come out in reverse. The 11 cards have a very, very short description for the reversals. So I'm going to read that real quick, and then I'm going to read the meaning of the cards so you know what the balance card is all about. So the blockage says, when it's in reverse, it says the 11 of Earth reversed has a very simple and direct meaning. If it appears in your reading today, it, like its upright meaning, symbolizes a potential imbalance that needs to be addressed. And again, this is Heaven and Earth. 11 of Earth. Here we go. The 11 of Earth is a balancing and realignment card. It suggests it is now time to keep yourself centered and in harmony with the world around you by banishing the illusion of separation. You are a spiritual being, a soul living in a physical body in order to experience and learn from life. You are here to learn from those experiences in order to grow and evolve. It is important to integrate and ground your belief in a higher power or the intangible here on the physical plane. Know that spirit, the divine, dwells in all things of earth, sky, and water. Honor spirit here on earth. To be spiritual does not necessarily require that you pray or follow a particular religious path. Spirituality is about connection. It is about taking a moment to watch a sunrise or sunset to know at your center that you are part of something larger than your own life. It is about believing in more than what your senses experience. It is about believing in the mysterious, inexplicable, and unknowable. It is about nurturing and honoring your personal relationship with the land beneath your feet and the heavens above. Humanity and nature have a symbiotic relationship. We are dependent upon the world in which we live for our very survival. When we harm the planet, we do harm to humanity. It is important to establish a balanced and harmonious relationship with nature by living a life that has less impact, one that places fewer demands on the environment instead of claiming space as your own. Remember that you share it, and do what you can to coexist with the flora, fauna, and fauna that were there before you. Integrate nature into your home environment. It is important to know and understand how to live in accordance with the seasons and cycles and how each animal and plant serves an important role in maintaining the stability of the ecosystems in which they dwell. To destroy one can lead to the destruction of the whole. It is also important to see that magic exists in all and everything. For example, the mundane act of house cleaning can shift and alter the energy within the house and transform the environment in which you dwell. This act has an influence beyond the space around you. It affects your emotional and mental state as well, as a cluttered and disorganized house or workspace can give rise to a cluttered and disorganized mind that is unable to focus. Mathematical patterns, the Fibonacci sequence, for example, can be found hidden in the natural world, within the shapes of shells, flowers, pine cones, and even the human womb. They are also visible in the way tree branches grow in the shape of a hurricane when viewed from above. It can be said that the ordinary is magical and that magic is quite ordinary. To work magic is a simple process of creating and focusing energy with intent, which means that everything you do with intent, from adding a string of numbers to making a nice dinner for friends, is an act of making magic. When defining the material as the physical world in which we dwell and the immaterial as the world we cannot see, the 11 of Earth addresses the importance of seeing them as being a part of a singular whole. Okay, Sagittarius. As I was reading this card, what came to mind is the Queen of Pentacles is exactly this type of energy. She's very balanced. She's very connected to nature. This could be someone who loves to garden. This is someone who, you know, gets outside and keeps a tidy home in a comfortable environment. This person might be able to deal with this kind of situation because of the fact that she's grounded, because of the fact that she believes in a higher power, because she makes those connections on a significant basis. I feel the frustration and I feel the heartache, but this could indicate that this queen is doing exactly what she needs to do. But because the reality of the situation is, I suppose she could, you know, kick and scream and have a fit and tell this king to shove it and move on. But instead of doing that, she's embracing the belief that if she stays centered, if she stays true to herself, then she is doing the right thing. She can't control the behavior of others, right? And maybe she is in this vicious cycle with this individual who doesn't seem to have his act together. But she's being patient. She's like, you know what? This is his situation to deal with. I'm here for support when he needs it. I'm going to keep doing my own thing while the world around me seems to be in chaos. But, you know, I can't put up that fight. I've got to take care of myself. And hopefully this king will take some notes and maybe follow suit. So that's what I got out of this card. And as I said before, I thought that this queen had very significantly positive energy about her. And while she was in reverse in these other two decks, they didn't come out in the reading, and maybe there's a reason for that, and it's because she is embodying the upright version of herself, the best version of herself, by staying grounded, staying connected to spirit, and just knowing that while she doesn't have control over others, she certainly has control over her own life, and she's going to stay balanced that way. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that the reading was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did resonate, please give me a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. I always appreciate those. Thanks so much for watching, Sagittarius, and I will see you next time. Bye.